thought, you know, I thought this was paid, I thought the city covered it, I thought whatever. Some of the dialogues we're having are great. How many of you guys offer payment plans? Yeah, yeah. If you believe in what we're doing, then like no isn't going to be a logical outcome for our dialogue. You know, so we've got it down to, hey, $10 a month. You know, we're talking 2 McDonald's value meals. You know, and we put it in terms that they can understand. Because think about it, a lot of them are out there treating lines, and yeah, they eat at McDonald's at least twice a month or something.
Twice a day.
Yeah, yeah, it could be. So we keep things reasonable, and then we keep pointing to the crisis of feeding the need or the opportunity to grow. So we looked at our suppliers and we said, look, we really need your help. And some of them are great, some of them can be better, but oh well, right? Some of them are working on it. And some of them are running around now proudly calling themselves ambassadors and like competing with each other and how many they can pull in. We've only been at this for 2 weeks, so we're going to see what happens. But we are getting happy to see the mail now for a change. The other thing that we're doing is who else touches our industry? NCDA does the licensing. Anybody that's treating a lawn has to be licensed by the state. Couple visits over there. You know, can we just inform these new licensees as soon as they're applying for their license? Yeah. So they're shooting us the lists now every month. So we're getting them. Maybe they've started working but can't fully be out in the field yet because they don't have their license. But how great to get an invitation and some discounts and some necessary connections right then when you apply for your license. We also have the advantage of we know who our members are because a lot of times they have like landscape trucks and things like that. So like last year I got 93 members just putting membership brochures and applications and notes on people's windshields and I was out on weekends and stuff. But hey, there's 93 members. So.
I got one question, just for everyone. Has anyone tried the whole, I don't want to say fear, but the whole concept of you can't afford not to be a member? You know, just knowing, you know, what the economic climate is and, you know, the features or, the, you know, the benefits that our organization offers, you know, can help you or ensure, you know, that you're going to continue to be successful financially. Has anyone had any success there?
Fear always works. I mean, seriously, I mean, you know, our organization doesn't have individual members. We have agency members. And we're in healthcare. And everybody knows healthcare is in a really interesting spot right now. And, you know, we just had a big battle in South Carolina over Medicaid and the hospice benefit and won. So, yeah, we'll capitalize on that. And you have to, because otherwise, who's ever going to know that you were the one that was in there and was instrumental in getting it started? And yeah, it's the second time in 3 years. And we are a C3, which means that we can't lobby, which means it's even better. We had a big grassroots thing going. We had people calling. The last time we had it, we had articles in newspapers about what would happen if the hospice Medicaid benefit were lost for this individual. We gave it a face. So yeah, fear is a big, well, fear in the bottom line.
And we did you know, what benefits you get as being a member and what we did side by side. Here's what you get as a member and here's what you'd pay for. Not, yeah. And we did that side by side with little money. And we're actually, I think she hit on it. Our director actually brought it up. I think it's a good idea of, because we're trying to get on YouTube and do the social media stuff. What would happen if we weren't here? And that's kind of the focus we're on, you know. If we weren't here, who would be lobbying for your rights? You know, what would happen if we weren't here? Because I think a lot of it is, right now, people just, you know, they're there, but I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. I think we need to tell them what we're doing. They may have forgotten, they may not be, and I think that's the direction that we're looking at is, where would you be without us here? So it's not really fear, but kind of like, sort of the same thing. Yeah, I think it works. I hope it's going to work.
We
It's a great
changed our
way to go.
pricing model too. We don't have the member, non-member structure anymore. The board made the decision, look, everything we do is supposed to benefit the industry and we compete against other people. That's obvious. We're not an exclusive. So price it at the price point and make it accessible to all. That brought a lot of new members in a conference because they were like, hey, wow, this is A, not horribly expensive, B, available to me. We saw people from like Kitty Hawk in Greensboro. And that was incredibly rare for us. But our job was to deliver a great experience, and we did it. So, you know, that's all positive.
So when you have classes,
Yeah.
you give classes, so when you have classes, you let anybody come into those classes?
You bet. You bet, because now I know who you are. It's almost impossible when I think about creating a prospect list, you know, okay, I know there's people involved in turf care everywhere in this state, but I don't know who they are. There's no definable way to get it. It's great if they show up to something. Why punish them for, haha, now you're on my radar?
And what people don't realize about her association, the different regions within the state and the location in the United States, the needs all change because turf grass needs, you got different turf grass in different areas. And if you got a guy that's working on the coast and all of a sudden he decides it's too hot on the coast for him, he's moving to the mountains and he's taking his same knowledge and goes to
It's
the
a
mountains.
whole different
Guess
perspective.
what? He's gonna mess up a lot of people's yards before he finally figures it out. And he
Yeah,
gets
we're the
that
only state in
information
the
from her.
country that, and which makes us ideal, we're actually research perfect. We're the only state where we have snow in the mountains and cold turf, all the way through Piedmont, and then the warm season grasses of the coast. So, you know, there's a lot of research being done here from other universities. You know, our job is getting it out.
Back to this idea of you can't afford not to be a member and what would happen if we weren't here. Does anybody come up against I don't know if it's resistance exactly, but that people who aren't members, they're basically letting the members do the work. I mean, they're getting the advantages without being members because other people are members.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, we've got the lobbyists, we've got, you know, we can say we're doing all this and everyone, great, you know, and it's benefiting me and I don't even have to join, you know, I mean, how do you counteract that kind of thinking?
Well, there's always going to be that thing that comes up where he thinks that this is the right thing to do, and these guys think that this is the right thing to do. And in order to have his voice heard about what your stance is going to be, has to be a member.
Yeah, I counter it a little more directly because I get it a couple days, well, the last 2 weeks, you know, I've just been on the phone listening to that. But I am a little bit more hard-nosed. I'm sorry, maybe I don't understand. It almost sounds like it's okay not to participate